everybody. Welcome to another stream. Actually, to another video today. So we're not going to stream, but we did get a new patch. Patch 14.2.3 just dropped, and it's me, PlainOlAlex, and we're going to dig into uh, this great patch with the patch notes for this game. And yeah, check out some of the updates and upgrades that they made on the back end. So if you're new here, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe. You can also like the video if you feel like you gained something from it. Also, you can hit the notification. I'm always going live with a video. I simultaneously stream to Twitch and YouTube. And that's every single day. So you're gonna get something out of me every day. But today you're gonna get these patch notes. So happy 4th of July to everybody, at least from a police simulators aspect, because literally and truly, honestly and truly, that's where we are. We have some Independence Day skins for the vehicle, so that's pretty exciting. But I am going to have my trusty AI read some of the content to you, or to us rather, and I'll stop her once we get to items of interest. Yeah, I'll stop her once we get to certain items of interest. And as we get further into the notes, I'll break it down for you and give you my feedback on areas of improvement and overall what I think about the patch. So let's talk about it. Also, if you have any comments, if you have any suggestions or ideas, drop them in the comment section below. Always open to the feedback. I have a connection with Astragon, so I'm able to send over feedback that you guys have in regards to the game. So may get some eyes and ears on it and add it into a log, uh, and you may see it more quickly implemented into the game. But without further ado, let's get it. So let's hit it.
Another week has passed and another patch is ready. Today's update comes with several bug fixes, introduces multiple quality of life improvements, resolves a few crashes, and also adds a free surprise gift. With this update, we're, finally, adjusting the button allocation for enabling and disabling callouts so that it does not interfere with turn signals any longer. However, we are looking to improve this further with the very next patch, especially in terms of accepting and declining. Stay tuned.
All right. So that's good news. That has been a legacy issue. So if you wanted to disable call outs or enable call outs, it was left on the D-pad. But also, while you're driving, uh, if you were hitting the turn signal and then the call out came through and you wanted to go left, well, you press the left turn signal, you accept the call out. Right on the D-pad declines the call out. So yeah, if you were making a left, you were accepting the call outs when you were maybe trying to disable. So that's good. So I wonder buttons they're going to what buttons they're gonna change it to while we're driving. The other thing, I'm assuming it's the right stick. Probably why they freed up the right stick button. But I'm also trying to forward think with this game too, because we need a mobile radar unit. So they have to be considering not changing all the buttons. So what button will that be attached to? I was thinking that it'll be a good idea to have the mobile radar attached to maybe clicking in the right stick, and so it would, scan vehicles as they went by, or maybe it would be a passive scanner, but also on the highway because we don't have the ability, and even in the city, we don't have the ability to stop and scan vehicles. We have to wait till they hit the stoplight or what have you. We can pace them. I'm still thinking that it's a pretty big missed opportunity if they don't add it sooner rather than later. So, but it's good to see that the call out, the enabled and disabled button is being changed. The move. hopefully we get full uh, mapping and rebinding support for the controllers.
Tuned. Happy Independence Day. The 4th of July is just around the corner, and we believe it's time to celebrate this very special day. The Independence Day skin is now available for free to everyone on all platforms. This skin can be applied on all patrol cars, so make sure to visit the garage to check it out. Have a look at the full patch notes for more insights. Changelog Update 14.2.3 Patrol Car Skins added an additional patrol car skin to celebrate the Independence Day of the United States, now available to all players for all cars inside the garage.
Now, if you excuse me, if you have not seen the Independence Day skins, here they are, and they look pretty good. I'm not even up front, so I'll definitely be rocking these for a bit. Some look better than the others, obviously on certain vehicles, I'm sure. Uh, I don't like the way that this looks right here on this one, but again, I can't wait to see what or this one. I can't wait to see what the CPV looks like though. That thing is that thing is so funny. All right, so we got some skins. All right, now we're gonna start digging into some gameplay changes, which are kind of everybody's complaint and ire. So let's see what they did.
Garage. Gameplay. Change the button for enabling/disabling callouts on controllers to not interfere with turn signals anymore. Further improvements are planned for accepting and declining.
All right, so I haven't played the game yet, so I don't know what that button is, but hey, like we said, the change is necessary and welcome for sure.
Declining. Fixed way too many license plates spawning in accidents.
I didn't have that problem. Uh, maybe somebody else did. Maybe this is a console thing, or maybe it's a PC thing that I just wasn't experiencing. Typically, when these patch notes drop, I've experienced probably 90% of it. But yeah, I've never experienced spawning license plates, but it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. So awesome. Awesome.
Accidents. Fixed aiming your gun at carnappers who do not flee, causing some weird behavior.
That's me right there. What was going on? I wonder what what was going on with that. Everybody knows it. Like I don't. I think everybody suffer with it, which is when you call somebody. You seen it on live stream if you've been on my channel. I'll see somebody still in the car, and I don't get to them in enough time to tase them, right? But I do get to them in enough time where I can pull out my police issue firearm because they won't get out the car with the taser. So if you got your taser out, they're not tripping. But when you pull that pistol out, they're supposed to get out. And yeah, they don't. They just sit there and do a little nod back and forth like they in slump game mode, and they just bounce back and forth, bobbing the head. Yeah, so and then they just sit there, or they just drive off. Like as soon as you move out of the path, they just drive off. So that's fixed. I'm gonna clap on that one. That's fixed. I'm glad I'll be able to finally get some car lappers and get them to get out the vehicle. So
Behavior. Fixed crime scene callouts on highway not being einsalbe due to missing evidence or missing wanted NPC. Fixed debris spawning under the ground or outside the highway during a highway accident. And
I just had this happen on stream last night, not the crime scene. I have no idea what that was about, but I'm sure it was a thing. Obviously, if it made it into some patch notes, there was a thing. So you guys who do crime scenes, I don't do crime scenes. I don't like them. But you guys who do it, they fixed it, so now people will show up or evidence will show up. So hats off to them. But here's something that happened just last night on the stream when I answered a debris call to clean up debris on the street. Uh, yeah. all the traffic in the left lane kept moving over to the middle lane and caused this huge pileup. And I'm like, well, what are you guys moving over for? I ran up and down the left lane on the highway, just looking for whatever it was that was causing them to turn into the other lane, like there was something big in the middle of the road. So apparently it was under the map, or maybe it was in the air. I have no idea where it was, but I got in the car and drove away. So that's fixed. And more exciting times await us. All right, let's check out some of the NPC work that they did.
NPC. Fixed handcuffed NPCs run if they need to go somewhere instead of walking. Fixed
Yeah. So, so a lot of people on console. I think Captain Mackay in Colombia, who shout out to them, man. They so dope. Come to they support all the time. But they share with me how they had NPCs running away in handcuffs, like not running, not running and standing on the sidewalk, but literally just running away. Like the handcuffs would disappear and they would just take off and run. So that that was fixed last patch. I started experiencing this where the head where not all the time, obviously, but when I would tell them to go, after I would search them and then continue with what I was doing with the accident or searching the vehicle, whatever, the NPC would just take off running, literally like 100 miles an hour to the sidewalk and just sit there. And so that's so that's fixed. Even though it was hilarious, it was still fixed. And some of the jank in this game, like I say, it's just it's classic jank. For those of you who've been around since day one, bro, you understand what I'm saying. This game has been through it, and we've seen it all from floating people and floating cars to 15, 20 car pileups. Just I mean, just everything. So it's the jank is not it's not game breaking jank. It's just funny jank. And all these simulators have jank, so you gotta love it. Let's see what else they got on the NPC side.
Fixed an officer sometimes standing in front of the highway precincts. Fixed floating heads of some officers in the precincts. It's not Halloween yet.
See, even they understand. Even in the patch note, they have a sense of humor because they understand how funny some of the jank is, right? So they probably have a blooper reel of the jank. So yeah, I've never. This even sounds funny when I read it. I've never seen the floating head officers in the precinct. I've seen it on stream with some people having bodiless, which is probably the floating heads, the bodiless officers. Like I've seen dispatch be bodiless. So I guess I guess that's the that's what they're talking about. So let's move on to the next thing.
Fixed mismatched body parts of patrol officers. Fixed wrong voiceovers for different backup
All right,
officers. Fixed alternate voices for voiceovers never playing.
there we go.
Multiplayer.
All right, so the voiceover thing has been real. So when for instance, I've had the voiceover for the transport officer. You'll call him to take your arrestee in, and he'll come and he'll have a woman's voice instead of a man's voice, or the woman will have a man's voice. So instead of a woman's voice, or vice versa. So that's fixed, and it's good to see. The next one is the alternate voice. I don't now alternate voice. I don't know what that is. The alternate voiceover. If it's I guess if it's for other parts of the game, which is like pointing to a vehicle and doing a felony stop, then yeah, that I can understand that because I haven't been getting that dialogue. It hasn't been playing out. I'll read it on the screen when he's pointing the gun, but I can't hear Officer Jones saying anything. So I believe that's what they're referring to. But we'll have to play the game and see what it all got. what all got fixed. Obviously, then there's other things that you will see that got fixed. Uh, some other issues may have gotten fixed as well that do not make that doesn't actually appear in the patch notes, and that happens very often as developers have what they've created, which is a backdoor to make adjustments and changes to the game without having to release an overall patch and submit it and go through the process of submission. You'll see the game continuously be updated and upgraded. Just like before the Highway Patrol expansion came out, I did a whole bunch of videos talking about how they were updating the physics and damage modeling and how they were updating the driving physics as well and a lot more animation. And then those animations actually became a reality in the Highway Patrol expansion. But I did uh, a month long video, I guess, blog where I was literally showing people without them releasing a patch how they were going and adjusting the game behind the scenes. So that is a real thing. So you always have to stay on the lookout. If you play the game enough, obviously you'll recognize things on your own. So that they're fixing and doing.
Multiplayer. Fixed an issue where the patrol car becomes invisible and goes absolutely crazy when the client rejoins the game.
Yeah, I seen that.
Fixed an issue that lead to car damage not being visible for the client, only for the host.
Yes.
Graph
So I haven't seen that in my game because I don't have multiplayer. I don't play multiplayer, but I've seen it online. So it does look funny. The car is literally like just jumping and glitching all over the screen. Craziness. All right, so let's look at some of the graphics in Game World.
graphics and game world. Fixed several loading issues related to the highway. Fixed mismatch between the actually selected character and the avatar shown on the map and shift selection screen.
Okay.
Crashes. Fixed a crash related to the traffic AI. Fixed a crash related to cars changing lanes. Fixed a crash that occurred when joining a multiplayer session. Localization.
Now understand that crash does not mean that the vehicles are wrecking into each other. These are crashes that mean that the game was literally cutting off. So if you experience any of these three issues, the highway or the AI changing lanes or any other encounter, then it should be okay now.
Localization. Updated all officially supported translations, by the way. The next update is already in the works. Oncoming.
All right. So there you have it, guys. Patch 14.2.3. Seems like we got it was a smaller patch than what we've seen before, but there's a lot of things that are on the way. Um, if you want to keep up with what's been greenlit for the game, if the things that have the green light that are going to be added to the game, you can go to Trello.com, and then you can search for Police Simulator Patrol Officers, or you can type it in Google, Police Simulator Patrol Officers. Trello is spelled Trello. So Trello is a project management website, or it's a project management tool, and it's basically to help people who are help any type of development or any type of workflow, right? So if you have some type of project, if you if you're working in construction, if you're doing a project and you're project manager on on a team. Well, if you want to keep everybody up to date, you want to keep everybody informed on what's happening. You want to be inclusive and find out what people think about the things that you're proposing to do. Well, this is kind of that platform to do it on. So Trello is a project management site. So if you want to see any new updates, you want to go ahead and click the thumbs up to say, hey, this is something that I want that they're thinking about adding to the game. To go to Trello, let your voice be heard on there. Uh, a lot of the things on Trello actually, the majority of stuff that gets added to the game comes from Trello. So they literally are showing you what's ahead, what's next, and the thing that has the most obviously the most support from the community are the things that they're going to greenlight. So make sure you do that. Just search for Police Simulator Patrol Officers, and then type in Trello at the end, and you should see a link for it. So yeah, so that's what we 14.2.3. We got a long way to go to fix some of these other issues, uh, but the other issues aren't necessarily game breaking. They are a nuisance at time, and sometimes they're just very funny. So, but uh, but anyway, that being the case, still have a lot to look forward to with the game and where it's headed. So, hopefully, you're enjoying the Highway Patrol expansion. If you are, let me know what you think about the new EPV and the new IPV in the comment section. Obviously, again, if you're not a member or if you're not subscribed to the channel, do so. You know, I already know it helps me out. Uh, also, hit the like button; it helps out the algorithm. YouTube can get this content out to other people, and we're just trying to. My goal is just to bring the community together. Uh, not too many people who really support this game like they should, or like I feel like it should be supported. So I'm taking a stand and doing it. All right, but I'll see you guys in the next one. I need your support, so help me out whenever you can. But hopefully, you guys enjoy the update. Yeah, you have a great